The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone for taking time out of your day to join Sean today on this webinar. He's kind of tied up right now, so I'm going to get it started. We know your time's valuable, and so want to get through these intro slides pretty quickly here, and then he'll be in here to talk with you about some different branding ideas. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Laura Johnson. I work here at IAMS in the annuity department. So anytime you need help with any annuity case design or illustrations, give me a shout. I'd be happy to help you out. Alrighty, so first thing we're going to start with today is a couple different business builders that we've got available here at IAMS. I'm actually going to skip the first slide. They're kind of in a weird order, but first one I want to talk about is our new producer bonus. When you first become contracted with IAMS, this is something you've got available for you for the first 6 months. As you can see on the screen, we've got 3 different tiers: 100, 300, $500,000 level. It's a great opportunity for IAMS just to say thank you for that first couple pieces of business and really help you get started on some marketing things. As you can see, a lot of them are really tried to gear toward marketing, whether it be some cash, some marketing reimbursement, maybe you're looking to do seminars. There's a great option there. So at any point in time, you can cash out. If you're curious where you stand, give your marketer at IAMS a call. Be happy to give you those numbers. Also, one thing to mention with this is that control business, family members, yourself will not count toward this. After you're done with your new producer bonus, you've cashed that out. We now move you into a marketing reimbursement program. So for every 100,000 of annuity or single premium life business you write, you're going to get marketing dollars. The way it breaks down, 100,000 of annuity equals $100 going into your marketing account. For every 100,000 of single premium life, equivalents to 200 for single premium life or for marketing reimbursement, and then for every 10,000 of life target premium is $200 as well. So if you're ever curious where you sit in your marketing reimbursement account, just give Chris Ramel or one of the others in the accounting department a call. They'd be happy to get you that number. We've also got a referred producer program. As you know, your business is built on referrals. That's what helps you grow. Same for us. Referrals is very important in our business. So a lot of people don't really want to take on an agency or take on the responsibility of a lot of other agents. And so what a lot of people will do is use our referred program. Refer an agent over to your marketer at IAMS. You'll get $50 when they get contracted. When they write their first piece of business, you're going to get $100 or 20 basis points, whichever is larger. And then going forward, you're going to earn 20 basis points on all their business as well. So if you're kind of curious, make sure your people are entered in under you as a referral. Give us a call. Make sure we've got it noted. I will mention that these checks are paid out quarterly. So they're not paid out every day. It is on a quarterly basis. Here at IAMS, something we really strive to be the best at is our service. If you've worked with IAMS, done business with IAMS, we hope you feel that. When you're calling in from case design all the way to what Amber and Cindy and their teams do on the new business side. So as I said, we're here to help you. So anytime you need help on any case design, give us a call. We're happy to help get you the quotes, make sure you have the applications, everything you need to write the piece of business, make sure your training's all done, contracting's in good order. Once you write a piece of business, if you submit it through IAMS, Amber, Cindy, and their teams will scrub the applications, give you a call with any corrections that need to be done, make sure that everything's in good order. It's going to save you hopefully a trip back to the client. If we can catch that in this office before it makes it to the home office. Then what the case managers are going to do is they're going to follow up on your business every 2 to 3 business days for updates, following up on transfers, seeing if suitability has been approved, ordering your parameds, chasing after doctor's records, all those things that take time out of your day. We're really trying to help you with that. So one other thing I will mention is our paperless contracting system. We work with efficient forms and efficient contracting. So once we've done your contracting once with IAMS and we've got it in the system, really all it is anytime you want to add a carrier, give us a call, give Chris a call or your marketer, tell them you need to get appointed with a carrier. As long as we've got your current E&O and license and trainings on file, we can get that submitted for you. So one of my favorite departments here at IAMS, which Sean actually works in the creative department, so he'll be talking a little bit about some of their services today. But I think this is really valuable for you agents in the field. As I'm talking to agents every day, the number one thing they want help with is getting in front of more people. So that's what our creative team is here to do, and can do it for a fraction of the price as what you'd be charging a freelancer or anyone out there designing stuff for you. Everything from doing logo and business cards, stationery, up to maybe, getting in front of your old clients and doing a monthly newsletter. Maybe you're doing seminars and you need help with the flyer or the invitation. We can help with all that. We've got website service, social media marketing. So really, all those things that you guys are needing help with, we've got available here in this office. So if you have questions on any of what they can do, I'm sure they can. If they don't know how to do it, they'll find a way and get it done for you. So give Sean, Jacob, Aaron a call. They'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you haven't been out to our website, www.imsinc.com, a lot of great tools, a lot of great resources out on our website. I'm not going to go through very many here. I'm going to point out some of my personal favorites. For you who are doing life insurance, we've got a great life insurance quoter out there. Compares it against any other carriers in the industry. So you can honestly go in and tell your clients you've got them the best rate and here's why. And you can do comparisons showing several companies so they know you've done your research. We've got available to forums out there. One of my favorite things I use on the annuity side is under products. You go to annuity, and we've got a contract with Annuity Rate Watch, so you can jump out there, check current rates. You can look at do income rider comparisons. If you ever call me and ask for an income rider quote, maybe you got a 65-year-old looking for income at 68. First thing I'm going to do is jump on our website on Annuity Rate Watch so that I can have a honest conversation with you, letting you know who is going to be the best, and maybe we can look at the top couple and decide who we're going to present. So great things out there. Last thing I will mention is if you haven't been under the support tab, we've got our sales resource library out there. I use this all the time. A couple things that I think are great out there, probably about 50 different fact finders. So maybe you're working on an estate case, maybe a pretty in-depth one, and you need a very detailed fact finder centered around that. You can find those out there. A lot of great financial calculators. Maybe you're working on a 72T or helping some people with some budgeting things. They've got all those resources out there, as well as a lot of client-facing presentations. So 10-page document telling you what a fixed indexed annuity is or what long-term care is. A lot of great resources that are client-facing. So if you have trouble finding any of it, give me a call. I'll walk you through it. A couple years ago when the DOL was going on, and it's not dead and gone. I mean, DOL for now is laid rest, but as you all know, SEC is working on their own rendition of it, so it's not something that's going to go away. So with IAMS Wealth Management, Stephen Charles jumped in the security business a couple of years ago. We've now been in business for 2 years. I've got an RIA in this office, head up by Charles Jr., got Mike Hansen and Joan over there as well. I'm going to throw our first poll question up as I'm talking about IAMS Wealth Management. And if you answer yes to this, the only thing it's going to do is generate a phone call from Mike Hansen. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our soliciting program. So for some of you who maybe are looking at getting, actually we don't have any poll questions, so I'm just going to tell you about it. Our soliciting agreement is depending on the state you live in. A lot of times if you don't have your license and maybe you're studying for it or just don't have a desire to get it, if you refer those clients over to IAMS Wealth Management, we can actually pay you a portion of the fee that we charge the clients. So I will say it is limited on states that we can pay that out, but the other nice thing is if you're studying and you kind of want to keep those assets within your control, referring those over to IAMS Wealth Management, we'll take care of them for you and make sure that you're not letting another financial advisor in. One thing I think is very valuable, I mentioned the DOL is gone, but SEC is working on their thing. They're really trying to lump fixed index annuities into what the securities fiduciary kind of thing. Not saying everyone's going to have a 65 someday, but that's where they're really trying to take it. So another great thing is if you go into a house, you got 500,000 and maybe the annuity carrier is only going to take 350 of it. What are you doing with that other 150,000? IAMS Wealth Management is a great option. If you're interested in maybe pursuing getting your 65, we do have a study program as well. Give Mike Hansen a call. He'll give you all the details. Just one or two more slides and we'll get you on to what Sean's got to talk to you about. Life and Annuity Academy, this is probably one of our most popular events. We do these about 4 times a year. It's a 2.5-day training. We usually sponsor this with one of our home offices. I can tell you the next one's going to be in late September, early October at Athene's home office. So that will be the next one. What this is it's not product information as much as it is more sales concepts, techniques. How can we help you grow your business? We're going to bring in a lot of our top producers. They're going to share a lot of what they've had success with in the field, how they overcame some obstacles that they ran into, and how they really went from being well under $1 million producer to writing $6 to $10 million a year. So really going to get hands on with you guys and let you show you exactly what they're doing. So if you're interested in coming to our Life and Annuity Academy, you can go out to our website and you can register out there. The registration link is a pre-registration link that does not guarantee you a spot. I will tell you, you do have to be licensed with Athene through IAMS to be considered. And then Athene does have a bit of a say-so in the people that we do select to bring in. So if you've written business with Athene, that will give you a fast track to a seat in the room. Last thing I'm going to talk about is our top producers escape. We are wrapping up qualification for this. It does end in about a month, June 30th. As you can see, any combination of annuity, MedSup, life, premium, long-term care, all counts. 3 million trip credits gets you and a guest. We are going down to the Ritz-Carlton right on the beach down in Naples, Florida. Going to be down there the 25th through the 29th. It was an 18-month qualification period, so we're pretty excited. It's our largest event yet, so we're really excited about that. Includes golf, spa, everything is covered by IAMS, and it's our way of saying thank you to you and your spouse for what you do with IAMS. We don't have the location announcement out yet for our next one, but qualification for the next trip will start July 1st. So something to keep in mind. It's a very popular event. So with that, I'm going to hand the mic over to Sean, and he's going to talk to you about some branding.
All right. Thank you for everyone joining me on this webinar this morning. My name is Sean Crawford, and I am one of the graphic designers here at IAMS in the creative department. There is actually two of us here. There is me, Sean Crawford, and then we have another graphic designer. Her name is Erin Skoog. And then we also have our digital communications director. His name is Jacob Tedlock. If you all have any interest in creating what I am going to be talking about this morning, as far as a new logo, a new business card, or if you even want to get a website up, you will become very familiar with all three of us. Erin and I typically are the ones that will design the logos in any type of business card or marketing material, while Jacob Tedlock does all of our website designs. So you will get to know us all very well in this whole procedure here. So I'm going to go through the steps of a complete rebrand or just a complete branding experience here if you currently do or do not have any type of set brand for your company. So step one in the branding experience is a new custom logo design. Like I said before, you will either be working with myself or Erin, and we will come up with something that really shows what your brand is about. As you can see on the right, there are a few examples there. Some of our better working logos on the right, and these are actually active agents in the field right now, and these are the logos that we have created for them that they are currently using. So to get started on the logo process, we will first send you a document that is a logo design questionnaire. It is a 2-page questionnaire, which I'll go over in detail in a few slides here and read you some of the questions on there. But a little bit more about the logo design. Typically, logos take 1 week to create, so that's a very speedy time frame actually. Typical logos, if you're working with a freelance designer, can take months, even up to 6 months to create. So Erin and I most of the time pull those out in about a week or so. The logos, which we will show you, contain um, three separate designs in there, just to give you a little bit of variety. And we can also help you create a company name as well, if that's something that you struggle with. My name is Sean Crawford, so just because, my last name is Crawford, that doesn't really mean I have to do, Crawford Retirement Strategies or Crawford Financial Services. So if you want to kind of go outside of the box and think of something a little bit more creative, or something that, that explains more of your interests, then we can definitely help you with that as well. Once that logo design is completed and approved, we will send you those final design files as well. And you can do with those as you wish. If you ever need a logo updated or something changed, we can do that for you as well. And if you currently have a logo that you're using that we have not created here at IAMS, we can always update or change that for you. We just ask that you send over those design files. There are some instances, it's not very common, but there are some times when the owner of the company or the agent doesn't have those design files. And then in those cases, we can most likely recreate the logo for you. It may not be 100% what that one logo was, but we can definitely get it as close enough to make you happy. Those can take a little bit longer, so we do ask for a little patience on that end. So, like I said, with your business name, we can help you create something that's a little bit more unique and a little bit more tailored to your company. You can always ask us for our opinion, our concepts. A lot of the times we have our own ideas that are kind of pre-populated or have already been something that another agent has worked with and didn't choose themselves. So we can always sort of dig through our vault of ideas and help you create something that is unique and something that you'll also, enjoy to represent your company. A huge thing in the logo design process is to always keep in mind the availability of your logo and your business name, because a lot of the times our agents will take the logo and then they'll go through the whole branding experience here and eventually create a website. So the first thing that I would do if I was contemplating, Crawford Financial or, Crawford Insurance Agency, I would then go to Google or even, GoDaddy and type in that name just to see if it was something that was available. If I want to have a URL as, crawfordinsurance.com, I want to make sure that that is available before I start with, my logo and really committing to that name as a whole. And again, if you have questions about that, or, if you need us to help you look for that availability, see if something is being used, a million times all over the place, then we can always help you with that too. A good thing to remember is avoid something that is hard to spell or hard to pronounce. That will just make it easier for your clients to remember. And also, if they just happen to Google you, it will make sure that they get to you directly. And this next slide is the creative questionnaire, which I was talking about with the logo process. This is a really amazing form for us here. It helps us really dive into what you are looking for. It asks a series of questions about your logo and what you are wanting as the final result. A few of these questions on here, are there any colors you would like us to avoid is one example. Are there any colors you'd prefer to use? That's a really important one here. And then any images or symbols you would like to include too. That's a really nice one because, for example, we had one today that he wanted kind of like an ocean pirate theme. Although that's not very common, it's definitely something that should be noted so that we can give him that final result and the final look that he is looking for. Some other questions in here. the number 16 there with all the different little bubble choices. It's a really important one too, and it says which of these words best fits your brand. And there's examples like traditional, simple, modern, colorful, elegant, and those will really help us as designers give you that final end product that meets all of these questions and answers and gives you what it is that you're looking for. So next here, after the logo design, we typically go then from there to the business card design. Again, with this, you'll get 3 choices to choose from. These will typically take about a week as well once we finalize your logo. And you can just review those files that we send to you, send back any edits, and just so you're aware too, if there is something in the logo that you are not 100% happy with, or if you want to see, option 1 mixed with option 3, or the text or color from one onto the other, we can definitely make those for you. A lot of times it will be the same day if it's not too intricate of a change. And the same goes for these business cards. We try to give you a variety of everything that we send here, unless it's like a turnkey piece where we plug in all your information and your finalized logo. But anything that we create from scratch, like the logo and the business card, we will give you options because we want you to have something that's unique to yourself and also something that you'll love and will serve as, longevity with your business. And business cards, we do not order them for our agents here. We will design and everything and send the final documents used for the printers, but we suggest that you order those yourself. It just cuts down time for us, and also, the credit card information and everything. We don't really need to get involved in that, but we suggest ordering through Vistaprint, Overnight Prints, or moo.com. There's hundreds of places out there to get business cards. I personally like Vistaprint, and that is really the only one that I use. They have great prices. They usually have some sort of sale going on, and they also produce really great work. I've never been unsatisfied with an order that we've placed here, and I haven't heard of any agent, you know, anything bad from them. So I would suggest going to Vistaprint, but like I said, there are a few other options if you, even just Google them. And if you need assistance with that, I know sometimes uploading files to Vistaprint can be a little bit tricky, but it shouldn't be too hard, especially when we send those files that are already proofed and ready for print. So it should be pretty easy, but if you do need help, don't hesitate to call either Aaron or I, and we can definitely get those up and ready for you. So this next slide is probably the most exciting slide that I have in my slideshow. It is a kind of an offer, if you will, for free or for newly contracted agents with IAMS. If you are new to the IAMS family here, we actually gift you the logo and the business card design. That is a huge offer, and I was almost shocked when I first started here to know that we did that. So definitely something to take advantage of. I would strongly suggest everyone to brand their business or even just themselves as an agent in the field. This will give you tons of credibility, and plus it being free, you can't beat that. So like I said, the logo design, that will be free, as well as the business card design. So you will receive all of those, 3 different options of each, and then we'll work with you until you're happy. Most of the time, it will not take 3 rounds, but if you do go through 3 rounds of edits, additional edits will require a small fee. And as part of that free offer, the printing fee of your business cards is not included. Typically, we don't cover any type of printing fee, but like I said, if you need help loading those up onto a preferred website to order them, or if you need suggestions on what site to order them from, then we can certainly help you with that. So I would say the third step in the complete branding experience would be your business stationery. We do all of these designs in-house, and again, just like the logo and business card, you will receive a variety of options with this, and that can include anything from a letterhead, an envelope, a folder, mouse pad. If you want to order custom pens with your logos, we can do that as well. So basically anything that you want branded in your office, we can create some sort of design for you. And this is just a little note here for the printing materials. So if you are going to upload your files, let's say your business cards, onto a site like Vistaprint, a lot of the times they will note in there that the files must contain a bleed. And this is mainly for us as designers. If you see on that right picture there, so the bleed is going to be sort of like the outline of the image. So a document with a bleed will actually run off of the page so that when they trim it, if you see there those trim lines, the picture will not be cut off. It will look like it continues, if that makes any sense. If you send over a document without a bleed, most of the time it has a white border on it, which is fine too. It just depends on how you want the end result of that document to look. I would say 90% of the print materials here we use a bleed on. So a lot of times in a finished document, like if you were to have a business card that you were in final stages of and you approved it, a lot of the times I will send you a document with one with a bleed and one without. And I will note in my email, please use the document with the bleed for printing purposes. So that will be the one that you want to upload to, let's say Vistaprint, or if you were getting these printed locally, you would want to send the bleed document off to the printer. And that's just something to note in there to help you guys out. If you ever have any questions about that, we can help you as well. But just a little bit of information there to help you understand that when we send those out and what those mean. So along with all of the branding, we can also do custom marketing materials. Like Laura mentioned earlier, if you have an upcoming seminar or an upcoming conference, we can design those invitations, just like this one we did on the right here. That got a great response. I think it looks fantastic. It has a lot of information on there. It's super bright and colorful and definitely attention grabbing. So if you need something like that created, that is definitely something that we can help you do here. So like I said, we do mailers, invitations, brochures. If you have a PowerPoint that is going along with one of these, we can put final touches on there. We can tweak it, or we can even create a whole new overall look in there to better tie it in with your overall brand and what you want your company look to be, fonts, colors, etc. So the final step here would be the website design. This is actually a kind of a newer thing for us as we just updated our template here. So it's much more modern. It works much better. It looks fantastic. And it's something that we just rolled out. So to get started on the website design, typically we start with your logo. So once we get the logo ready, then we'll move along to the website design. We need that logo to post all over the website, just like you can see on the right there, Berquist Financial, his logo is repeated in the header there. So without that, we really can't get your website up and going. We can start working on the website as far as content and setting up your pages, but to actually post it, we suggest getting a logo created first. Or if you already have a logo, then you can just send that right over to us and we'll get started. So for the website fee, It is a $100 one-time licensing fee, and that's just the upfront fee. And then after that, it is $50 a month. That is extremely reasonable. I don't think you can find anything better, to be honest, for a website. And that $50 a month includes your backups, your monthly maintenance, any type of updates. So, if you started a blog on your website, that say, and each month or each week you wanted to add a blog post to your website, that is included in the fee. So we will, make those changes, update your blog, switch out your headshot, update content, anything that you ask, we will do, and that is included in the $50 a month pricing. Now, things that require more attention, more detail, maybe you want like, a new plugin, a new form, or something like that, let us know about that, and then we'll discuss, if there's any pricing on there. Like I said, most of the time, that $50 a month will cover any type of maintenance that you have. So to get started on the website, as long as we have your logo, we do ask for a few other things. We, of course, need your login credentials to access your purchase domain. We suggest buying domains through GoDaddy. And we also ask for a headshot or a personal photo that goes on, your about page so they can see who you are. And then we also include a short little bio about you and your business. We don't need to have a personal photo. If you wish not to include that, you definitely don't have to have that on the website there. But I personally like it. I think the bio is really important. You can tell us how long you've been in business, what your expertise is, and just a little personal touch there. If you currently have a website with us that is not in our new template, we can definitely switch you over, and that will be the $50 theme license fee. And then you'll continue to pay the $50 a month for those monthly updates on there as well. And like I said, with any type of website inquiry, or if you want to get started on the website, that would be a request for Jacob Tedlock here. So his email is jacob@iamsinc.com. And actually, one of my later slides here will have all of our contact information. So no need to write it down just yet, but that is who you would want to talk to. So a little bit more about our new website features. They are based in WordPress, and that's great for us because WordPress is extremely user-friendly. So we'll be able to get in there and make any changes that you have quick and easy, and most of the time pretty timely. I know right now with this new website template rollout, we do have quite a long list of agents and advisors looking to get the website up and going. So it is going to take a little bit longer than normal, but it's not going to be too crazy. And at that price, it's definitely worth it. So these designs are also responsive, and they have fluid layouts. And what that means is that they're going to look great no matter what you're using, as far as like a computer, a phone, or even a tablet. They're all going to respond well to those as far as, sizing. Nothing will look kind of clunky or running off the page or anything. They're all going to look great no matter what device you use. So, and then like I mentioned before, we do have that new blog platform, which is great for, updating content, making your brand look current and up to date on any sort of issues or anything that your clients should know about. And then there's also the free SSL certificate, which is the secure browsing for you and your visitors. And then the Google Analytics integration as well. So as you can see here, lots of benefits with the new platform. We're very excited to roll this out, as it took some time, but we wanted to make sure that it was perfect and working well for our agents so that they can get that, trust and that brand recognition through their website. So very happy about that. So like I said before, for every new contracted agent, you will get the logo and business card designed for free. But as far as all of our uh, other materials here, and if you are not a new agent with IAMS and you are wanting that, we offer everything sort of a la carte through our Marketing Dollars program. So for every $100,000 in business you write through IAMS, you'll be given $100 in marketing credit. And this goes for everyone, no matter if you're new, you've been with IAMS for a while, you will always accrue these marketing dollars based on the business that you write through here. So what happens if you have a zero balance and you want, a logo, a business card, or one of our turnkey pieces? Everything that we have has a price on it, and that is reflected on our pricing sheet here. And even if you ran out of marketing dollars or you just have a zero balance, we have everything available still for a super low price, and you'll just select what you want and then we'll get started on that just like any other project here. So we are wrapping it up here. I know that was pretty short and sweet, but I want to thank everyone for joining me on this webinar. And just because you attended, we will send you the creative questionnaire and our pricing guide to help you get started on your creative needs. Like I said before, a logo, I believe, is probably, the most important outside of a website for you as a brand and as a company. So I will send you that creative questionnaire, and I strongly suggest you fill it out and return it to us so that we can go ahead and get started on that logo for you. Most of the time, you being a new agent, it's something that you need, and something that you may not have been aware of that we even do here. I love doing these webinars because, a lot of times people will come to me afterward and say, I didn't even know you had a creative department or, a separate marketing department to help me as an agent. And that really excites me because I've seen an improvement in business, with the logo, with the business card, with the website. It can just really jumpstart your business and it gets you in front of more people. Like I keep saying, it gains you a ton of credibility, and it's just extremely important, and it's free. So why not? So we can help you get that started. I'll send that questionnaire and you can just send it right back to me. And my email is right there, Sean@iamsinc.com. If it is a logo design, like I said, Aaron or I will get started on that for you. We do have a couple in the works right now, but it shouldn't take more than, a week or two to give you some examples there. So whatever you need, we can create. I hope that is something that you have taken out of this presentation. And don't be afraid to think outside the box. If you see something or want something that we may not have on our pricing sheet or may not have on our website in our creative portfolio, then simply ask us, and most of the time we can create it for you. I know one of our agents the other day, she attends her church pretty frequently, and they have this large TV monitor that people see every day walking in and out of the church. And she, was like, can you create a slide up there that will sort of promote my business, promote what I do, and promote me as a person in my local church? She didn't even know that that was something that we offered because we don't exactly promote that specifically. But after talking with her and getting the dimensions, we created her something, and we actually update that quite a bit now, and she was extremely happy about that. Of course, she's getting business from that. So, and all she did was ask. So, like I said, most of the time we can create it for you, or we've created it in the past and we can send you some examples of what it could look like. Just don't be afraid to be creative and don't be afraid to ask. So lastly, there is the contact information for myself, Aaron, and Jacob. You can always call us too. The phone number here is at the bottom of this slide, 800-255-5055, and we can help answer any questions, send over examples, or you can simply, pick our brains and ask us for any advice on what you should be doing, or like I said, a business name, or anything to get started on this branding experience. I want to thank you all again for joining me, and I hope that we can work together and build your brand and that we get to know each other well. So thanks again, and everyone have a great day.